Because theater is not there solely for the purpose of entertainment. I believe that theater is there to challenge us as human beings, to challenge the way that we think, to challenge the way that we behave, to challenge the way that we look at the world.
Tell me why you think it's important for people to come see theater.
It's an amazing experience because it's not like going to a movie. You're actually there with the people and you're seeing them react to the things.
This is your time.
There's not really one thing I like in particular about theater. There's a lot of things, in fact. I don't really love the rehearsal process, but I do love the performance. The performing, I love. One thing in particular about Urinetown that I love about it is breaking the fourth wall.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You can look at the audience, and I'm just so used to ignoring them, and I mean, you can hear their reactions, but it's completely different. It's a totally different atmosphere.
The first step into putting on a production, of course, is auditions, which are not fun.
Well, first there's auditions, which are always jolly good fun.
Totally good fun.
In a nerve-wracking, crazy
In a
fear kind of way.
You're like killing yourself.
And you're like,
Well, it depends on what side of the production team I'm on, because if I am in the kind of directorial or stage manager or anything like that, it's so much fun to be in auditions because you see all of your friends, all of them freaking out. They're like, I'm gonna forget what I'm saying, so it's very entertaining. And then, but if you're an actor, it's just horrible. Auditions are like the worst thing ever. It's the worst word in English language. It's worse than exam. It is.
First, we audition, and we usually have to get a monologue.
Okay. There is a place where the sidewalk ends and before the street begins. And there the grass grows soft and white.
With Scott, who's the director of Urinetown, what his auditions usually entail are a song.
When I'm feeling lonely or feeling dejected, I play this, and it never fails. I pretend like I'm in Ireland.
He'll assign you an improv, which will usually either be to the words of either your song or your monologue.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments so dear.
There's a trickle of sweat. It's dripping in your ear. Still, you gotta run, freedom, run away. Now don't you fret, and never fear. To freedom's a one, freedom, run away.
There's a great big flash of ponytail. And good news is on the trail.
In order to act properly, you cannot be taught that you cannot be caught doing it. If somebody catches you acting, you're not quite doing it right. If you're up there and you're recreating life, and you're recreating the life of this person who started on a piece of paper, you're recreating this life and you're recreating it genuinely, you need to be open to experiencing the life of that character. And it's not an easy task, and it is not something that I take lightly, because in some cases I will ask an actor to go up on stage and have your heart broken every night, lose a loved one every night, go up and experience this and recreate this every single night. And each time it has to be genuine, it has to be sincere, and it has to move you to a point of actual pain. Because that way, the audience will experience it with you. And that way the audience will be reassured that humanity is an okay thing.
Once you see someone like cry in front of you, there's nothing like it.
The policeman threw Bobby off a building!
The bonding with each actor that I have is different, but I mean, it's like the closest that I could ever made friends.
I let someone down that I love dearly, and I feel real bad about it.
Well, maybe that's nature's way of telling you that now's the time to lift someone up.
Okay, there are two different types of actors. There are performance actors and rehearsal actors.
I'm really not a big fan of rehearsals. I've never liked rehearsals.
And there's the long rehearsal process, which it's kind of painful sometimes, but very fun too.
Oh yeah.
Altos.
And then there's Tech Week, which is really painful and not fun. I do have to say, I actually kind of enjoy Hell Week, Tech Week, in a way. There's just something so like, we're doing it, you know, we're going in and we're finishing what we started.
Hell Week is where we all stay here until ridiculous hours in the night and run the show as many times until we're completely sick of it and don't want to perform it. And then we go and perform it.
After analyzing just words from a script and turning it into a person, you really understand people in the real world better. I find after having done acting that I observe people more, what they do in certain situations, so that I can apply that.
I was actually asking people for change, and it was a completely different atmosphere, you know, because I don't know these people, and that definitely helped a lot, you know, needing the money and stuff. And then, yeah. And then also, like Scott said at one point in time, I have that little Sally thing in me. I'm still a little child.
Tell all the people, tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight.
It's important in theater to always be working with someone else. It's not you that brings it out, it's someone else that brings it out of you.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined.
Acting is not easy. Number one, you are facing the greatest fear that's ever been tallied. People are more afraid of speaking in public than they are of dying. And a theatrical setting is a safe place. And a theater, in my opinion, a theater is a sacred space because of this very fact. And I think that when you come out of the end of a production, depending upon how much work you've put in, you have a wonderful opportunity to come out at the end of a production that much better for having done it, for having confronted these things and dealt with these issues in a safe, sacred theatrical environment. And I think from there, you can go anywhere.
And wash your hands after each. Okay, and